Prime Minister. First of all, welcome to Kazakhstan. We know this is your first time in our country and in our capital. You have already started your program, and the program will continue today with the meeting with President Tokayev. My first question here, generally, what outcomes you are hoping to achieve from these high-level negotiations, and would you describe this visit as a turning point for the Kazakh-Czech relations?
First of all, thank you very much. So I'm happy to be here. I was always dreaming to come to Kazakhstan because after my university I started to work in a department which was importing raw materials. And at that time I was buying yellow phosphorus from Jambul and Chimkent, very long way, 9,000 kilometers to our factory in Czech Republic. So we have here a very important delegation of our companies, and of course we consider Kazakhstan like a very important country, a decisive country in Central Asia. And of course in Kazakhstan you are happy to have all raw materials, all practically everything from Mendeleev table. And now in Europe we are speaking of energy because unfortunately this green energy strategy is destroying the European industry. And we are trying, the Czech Republic, to explain that now we have a much bigger problem with what is happening in Hormuz and this war with Iran. And our strategy is, of course, to enlarge the nuclear power plant. And we are happy that we have concluded with your company, Kazatomprom, the contract with our company, ČEZ. And of course, Kazakhstan is #1 worldwide in production of uranium, so we see there a big potential to cooperate. So energy, not only uranium, but also crude oil. You are a very important supplier to Czech Republic, so that's why I see a big potential of cooperation with Kazakhstan.
What are you aiming at in the discussions, in the energy dialogue with Kazakhstan to take out for your country
we have discussed it, and I think I understood that there could be a good cooperation, and Kazakhstan would be ready to supply crude oil. So Czech Republic, the refineries in Czech Republic belongs to Polish group Pick and Orlen, but we are discussing some cooperation with a German refinery, Leuna, which is owned by Total, and there we see the possibility also maybe to process your crude oil. So we are just and we are very happy that there is a will on your side to be potentially directly our supplier. Crude oil.
Yeah. Let's now go step by step on the different pillars of our cooperation, mentioning trade, for example. As we know, as far as I know, it has grown more than 15 times in recent years. It's according to statistics. So what, in terms of, practicality, in terms of, making practical steps, what should be taken in order to deepen further economic cooperation in Kazakhstan?
Yeah, so Czech Republic, our export are mainly to European Union, very big numbers. So we are of course looking for new markets, and your country is huge, and there is a big potential. I'm very proud to hear that you have here a very intensive stock exchange, and that the company, Wood Company, have a very good name here, and they start to make a business here several years ago. So they can open the gate for other Czech companies. I will recommend it to our delegation, and also when I come back to our entrepreneurs and companies. So of course we are very strong in defense. industry.
Yeah.
Then there is a company ZVVZ, which make a joint venture with your company Teplosnap, and they signed the documents here, some cooperation to establish a joint venture, and they have a special technology to modernize your coal power plants.
When we talk about economic cooperation and deepening economic cooperation between our countries, very important topic is, transport connectivity, right? Logistics and transportation connectivity. And Kazakhstan is actively developing this sector, namely the Middle Corridor, for example, which is seen as a key link between Europe and Asia. Freight volumes are increasing exponentially. So, given the Czech Republic's central position in Europe, would you see your country is taking part in these mega projects, and if so, which projects, infrastructure, logistics could follow?
It's a very important project, and we have to connect this region to Europe. In our delegation, there is a company AGD, which is intensively participating in the modernization of Kazakhstan railways. So they have also experience which we can offer to your country.
What about air connectivity? Are the talks realistic about launching the direct flight between Astana and Prague?
It's a good question.
What would be done in terms of doing that?
We decide to, and it is very important for the tourists, to invest in Karlovy Vary Airport. So first, there will be finally highway from Prague to Karlovy Vary, because when your tourists are coming to Prague and they need then 2 hours drive to Karlovy Vary. So it will be less than 1 hour in 29, and then we will enlarge and prolong the runway in Karlovy Vary. I'm sure improve the exchange of tourists.
And let me mention just briefly the education. We know that a growing number of the Kazakh students are studying in the Czech Republic, and it is a very popular destination for them. So what can be done more in terms of expand this cooperation in education, including, for example, joint programs or university programs, or even joint research projects? I know that there is a professional training is going on as well. So if you
there is a big potential, and I visited yesterday your AI center, and it's unbelible. So I was really shocked.
Has it impressed you?
Yeah, it was so impressive for us. So and young people and very educated people. So I see there a big potential in cooperation with universities, and on our side we have to facilitate, of course, when your people are coming to us with visa and condition, and also I visited yesterday your cardio hospital, where the first transplantation of heart was realized here in 2012. And it was done with Czech doctors from IKEM. And in healthcare, because it's my main topic now in Czech Republic, the prevention of cancer, cardio diseases, mental health.
Summing up today's conversation, very insightful. How would you assess the current relations between the Czech Republic and Kazakhstan, and where do you see lies the biggest untapped potential for going forward?
Yeah, I mean, your country is great. You have a very important position here, and of course you are surrounded by global powers, Russia and China, and I think your president can play an important role in today's international situation, because all this conflict, I think, should be solved by diplomatic means. After the Second World War, we have established United Nations and NATO and other organizations practically And nobody is speaking about peace. Also, everybody is speaking about to increase the percentage of military equipment and so on. So I think this region is very important. Your president play an important role, and also in let's say these diplomatic strategies. And I was always interested to come to visit your country, and now it's really on the table, all these topics, energy, cooperation, and so on. And we need new markets, and you have a great country. We have good companies, and I'm sure that yesterday we have very good conversation with your Prime Minister, and I admire what Kazakhstan already achieved. So that's why I'm very happy to be here. Only short visit, but anyway, I'm sure that we can start and intensify our cooperation.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Prime Minister, for your time and for your answers.
Thank you for inviting me, and thank you very much.